I was so sick and tired of the cycle I was in. And eating around 5,000 calories in an evening just made me feel terrible. I was working out so hard. I was eating healthy most of the time, but I looked like someone who had never worked out in their entire life and never ate healthy. Instead, I really wanted to look like someone who worked out, who ate healthy. So it was about time that it should show on the outside too. In this video, I will share exactly how I started to eat to lose 25 kilograms and stop having those overeating episodes. The first and most important thing I did was I decided to stop dieting. I decided to stop the drastic calorie restrictions and do it the healthiest way this time. So instead of trying to take things away or subtracting or restricting anything, and instead I focused on refining, on improving and making things more optimal. I decided that this is going to be the way this time that will get me my goal body. So instead of choosing to continue to diet, I decided to implement habits. Habits that last a lifetime, not just a 30-day diet or juicing for 1 week or keto or fasting or 75 hard. No, habits that last forever, where I am going to turn into a natural and inevitable byproduct of my habits if I am patient and I put in the work. So here are my exact nutrition habits. I have really big and satiating meals with all of the food groups. I'm not cutting out any food groups. I used to cut out fats and I try to avoid carbs as much as I could. But now I know that I need to include all of the food groups for proper satiation, which then will help me save calories in the long run. The same goes for designing or structuring my meals in the least processed way as I can. So keeping it close to nature, eating closest to nature as possible while making the meals big and satiating and balanced will save calories in the long run. And you're also going to decrease your desire for snacks. You're going to bring your hunger levels down, which will all save calories in the long run. Another reason for focusing on mostly unprocessed foods is that processed foods usually have very high added amounts of fats and sugars. Those added fats and sugars, they do nothing for your satiety, they have no nutritional value, and therefore they are not keeping you satiated compared to something more natural. So you basically overconsume all of the time. So you're not greedy when it comes to food, you're not addicted, you're most likely choosing the wrong things that make you gain weight because you're choosing mostly ultra processed or processed foods where you need to eat more from to be satiated compared to someone who eats very close to nature or just products of nature. Another one from my nutrition habits is that I always have a low calorie starter. So I have either vegetables or fruit and I have it up front to prevent bloating, to prevent being gassy, and it's already partially filling me up, which saves me calories in the long run. So vegetables or fruit are my non-negotiable with every meal and eat it up front. In addition, I don't snack as much anymore. When I snack, I absolutely need it. I'm not just snacking because I'm bored, I'm stressed, or because my main meals are not big enough. I only snack when I need it, and I try to have a low-calorie snack, for example, apple, banana, cucumber, tomatoes. But when I'm out and about, for example, shopping with my boyfriend, and I really need to hold off for dinner because it isn't until later, then I will have a higher calorie snack. And I always have these like raw bars that are made with nuts and dates just because I try to keep it more natural, also because of my gut. But I wouldn't snack out of habit, out of stress, out of boredom, just because I feel like it. And I wouldn't just reach for nuts, for example, which I used to do in the past. And then I wondered, okay, why am I not losing more weight? Adding to this, I am always prepared. So I always do some sort of meal prepping. For example, when I make eggs for lunch, I will make 10. So I could just grab them the next time when I'm busy or I'm lazy, or I will already wash all of my apples that I bought. Or for example, when my boyfriend, he buys steak, then I will already cook like 2 or 3 for us. So we can just store it in the fridge, have it ready, and when we need it, we don't have to waste time to prepare it. And if you want to know all the details about my method, comment any follow-up questions below and I will see you in the next one. Bye.